Hey guys, Delise and my husband Jonathan here. Mr. I don't ever want to be on camera. I got him on this one. So this is a follow-up to us starting Turo. Last video said follow us on our journey, so we're back to give you an update. This is only a week later from the point we have started. We have now officially booked 4 rentals and five. The first 2 have already completed, and we wanted to give you some tips and tricks and let you know how we feel about moving forward with it. So the first renter, you saw him, Mario. He was throwing up gang signs when he got in the Jeep. His rental went really nicely. He is not tech savvy, so he wanted to extend his rental after 2 days of having it and ended up bringing it to drop it off. And then I approved an extension for him to keep it for another 24 hours. And the app wouldn't approve it at first because I have it set to a 12-hour gap between rentals, so I have time to do the sanitation process. So I changed it to 1 hour since it was just going back to the same person, and then that allowed me to have the insurance coverage that I need while he was gone with it for another day. Brought it back. Since then, we've booked 3 more rentals that are spread out over the next 2.5 to 3 months, and you do get full control in the app over when your vehicle can be rented, how long they can rent it. The minimum amount of miles that you can allow per rental is 200 miles
per day.
So we've done a lot of math and worked a lot of numbers, and that's what we want to share with you guys on if we think this is worth it or not. The app itself is amazing. The business itself has a lot of potential. It's just going to be very personal, like everything else, based on your lifestyle, what you want to do, how much money you want to make. And for us, after running the numbers and comparing to the business that we already own, running a Turo business, it would take us 5 vehicles rented out all of the time, minus the time it takes to get them cleaned in between rentals, to gross a 6-figure income, not including all of the deductions for maintaining those vehicles, which they are going to require a lot more maintenance, more tire changes per year, or new tires, and oil changes and vehicle maintenance that would cost us a lot less if it was just us driving the vehicle, for a couple reasons: more miles being put on it when it's a rental, and 2, renters don't take care of your stuff the way you take care of your stuff. And so after running all of those numbers, it would take 5 vehicles running full time, being rented out at least 20 days out of the month, for us to make a profit, and the profit margin just doesn't seem that great for us. But Turo is an amazing, genius business idea for people that want to do that and make a little extra cash. You have more detail on the number.
Yeah, so just running the numbers, estimate of 200 miles per trip, so ultimately 200 miles per day. You're looking at roughly 48,000 miles a year for $20,000 in profit, and that doesn't include overhead, tires, oil changes, things like that. So I don't know, you look to make, in my opinion, $5,000 to $7,000 per vehicle per year if it's rented out at least 20 days a month. So not quite sure how I feel about those numbers.
And this Jeep, my very first Wrangler that I wanted for years, my baby, has not even hit 50,000 miles yet. And so right now, being a Wrangler, it holds its value pretty well. We all know cars are not an investment. They do depreciate as soon as you drive them off the lot. But this one holds its value pretty well, to the point that if I sold it today, I could actually make a profit on it. So that is another ball that we're juggling. Does it make more sense to continue renting it out on Turo to only profit $7,000 to $10,000 in 12 months? The way we've ran the numbers, even with it being rented out full time at top tier, like $85 to $100 a day. Oh, and there's a tip for you. I do have it posted right now for only $55 a day, because if you want to bump up on the algorithm of Turo and be referred by Turo, once you have gained their trust, of course you need to have established a few rides, and I believe the number is 10 rides with 5-star rating. And so in order to get myself higher up and more people rent my vehicle, although it's brand new on the app, I marked it way below standard for this year make and model, so that I could get the rentals. And that's working, because I just made a video saying we're trying this 5 to 7 days ago, and now we've had 5 total bookings. So that's a tip for you if you do want to try Turo. For us, the weighing things out financially, it seems to make a lot more sense for a better ROI to sell it now and make $5,000 to $7,000 in one simple transaction, as opposed to the time and energy it's going to take to continue to clean, rent it out, meet the customers, manage the entire business, and maintenance the vehicle, and then at the end of the year maybe only have turned a $10,000 to $15,000 profit. And that's renting it out, like I said, every day at $85 to $100 a day. So any more tips and tricks you can think of?
Yeah, it's not every day, it's 80% rental.
Right, 80%, because every day isn't possible, because you have to maintenance the vehicle and clean it between customers. Yep. All right, guys, so that's our take on Turo. Again, totally personal opinion. There is a couple in Colorado that we have read up on. They have 5 Jeep Wranglers, which sounds so fun because we're just Wrangler enthusiasts, and they have just broke the 6-figure mark, being business owners, entrepreneurs for the last 20 years. We know that means anywhere from $100,000 to $999,000 a year, but running the numbers on what we know a vehicle can rent for each day, and that it can only be about 20 days a month, we know what that actually looks like once you've factored in all the money it's cost you to run that business. So if it's a job you're looking to have to replace another job, it could be awesome for you. If you're like us and you already are in the 6-figure bracket and are looking to make passive income, it's not really passive. We'd have to get into the real estate and purchase a piece of property and rent that out to really bump to the next tier that we're looking to move into. So that's our advice based on our experience. This is Delise Collins giving you marriage tips, business tips, life improvement tips. Follow me at delisecollins.com. This is my hubby, who's not in most videos because he doesn't really like being on camera. But love you guys. Catch you on the next one. I hope that was informative. Bye.